Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, here we are on a, let's see, Tuesday evening. Today's June 14th, 2022. Hope everybody's had a great day. Glad to have you back on the channel. Um, Once again, we've got the mighty Gator Unleashed here with you. Looking into some of these personal protection weapons. Many choices. I think this is going to be choosing your weapon volume 10. A lot of the stuff I go on about is kind of repetitive to some degree, but I feel like it's all very important. Basically, your gun has to fit you. It has to work for you. What anybody else thinks, what anybody else feels, the opinion of anyone else doesn't mean anything. Only you and your ability to handle that firearm, not only handle it safely, but handle it effectively. That's the only thing that matters. And today I've got a really nice firearm, as well as some choices of ammunition, because really there's three things in my mind that goes hand in hand when you're talking about personal protection and choosing a weapon for self-defense. First of all is obviously the firearm. That has to be comfortable in your hand. It has to be something that you can reach the trigger, fire. You have to be comfortable with it. If it's something that you're afraid of, if you're a woman and your husband or your uncle or somebody's telling you, oh, you need a LCP 380 or something, you know, they're great little guns. That doesn't mean diddly squat to you if you're afraid of that gun. If you can't work the slide and chamber the first round, the fact that the LCP 380 is awesome, that doesn't help you a bit if you get in a situation. If you're afraid of your gun, and I'm using an LCP for an example. If you got any kind of little pistol, and those are snappy to shoot. Those little 380s are. And if you've got small hands and kind of weak in your hands, if you're an older elderly person, and you're afraid of that, you're not going to carry it. You'll just leave it laying. You'll just leave the house, and you'll say, well, you know, I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to need that today. I'm just going down here to IGA. They've got some locally grown corn on sale. 6 stalks for $3. I'm going to go down there and get some. Well, that's when some crazy guy is out. Just by chance, you run into that guy, and there you are. So your weapon has to fit your hand. The second most very important thing to me, it's all important, in my opinion, you have to be able to carry your weapon comfortably. You have to be able to carry it comfortably. It's all give and take. You have to be able to carry it comfortably. You have to be able to access it and draw it quickly, because you know you may not have time. You know you may not see the trouble coming, and then a lot of times that's a trade-off. It's just so much goes into this. When you really get into it and start the thought process, it's just really will consume you if you're serious about being able to effectively defend yourself, to take care of you and yours. And that's the only reason for any of it. The only other reason you would need a small little old pistol is, well, you know, if you want one and just like them, that's one thing. But you know, it's fun to kind of go to the range and plink around too, of course. Usually, I always talk about this. What you like at the range, is not going to be practical to carry. You know, bigger guns are much better shooters at the range. You can be much more accurate. They have less recoil. Everything about them is better because their size, they're harder to carry. And the third thing that's very important, number one was the gun has to fit your hand. Number two, you have to be able to carry it comfortably, inside the waistband, outside the waistband, in a purse. Maybe you get a little gun pouch, put it in it, carry it in your purse, whatever. That's on you. Everybody has to work that out on themselves. Number three, the type of ammo you're going to carry. And I guess I need to touch on the gun we're going to look at today. I mean, I'm sitting here yakking nonstop. Guys, this is an awesome pistol. This is Smith&Wesson Airweight 38. It will fire plus P. These are a 5-shot revolver. The hammer's concealed. This is one that does not have the Hillary hole, which I think is fantastic. I would pay more for this versus one that does have the Hillary hole. You can look down this little sight picture. You can take a little gun like this and get fairly accurate with them. Out to maybe 10 yards. 10 yards for me is starting to stretch it. Just an outstanding choice. This is light. A woman could get a little pistol pouch, put it in it, carry it in her purse. Now, that's not going to be a situation where you're going to be able to get it quickly. But a woman can take that situation and go to the range and work with that, and it'd be a sight how quick you could get to where you could get that firearm out. Now, the problem with this, in my opinion, for women, is this is an hour weight. This is an hour weight, and of course, this is unloaded. That is going to be snappy. It's going to be very snappy. In my mind, this is rated for a plus P, 38 special or plus P. This would be what I would carry in this. Just a regular. I would carry just a regular 38 round in this, a 38 special, either 125 grain, 130 grain. These are 125s. This is very good ammo. This would put a stop to any kind of attack if anybody was bothering you. And the chances of over penetration would be greatly reduced, I think. I think that would be a very good round. I think that would be just an outstanding round. If you don't feel comfortable with that, if you buy into the ideology that bigger is better, that you need a super powerful round and things of that nature, and if you buy into that, that's fine. That's your choice. I have no opinion. It's my opinion. You don't need it, but my opinion doesn't matter on that either. Every aspect of your gun ownership is about you and your choices. These are 38 plus P. And this is a hollow point. I actually carry these often in my little 38. Well, actually, mine's 357. This should expand, and penetration should be very minimal on this. I would really hate to think if I ever got in a situation where I had to start throwing lead. It would be really hard for me to live with a situation where I had shot somebody and maybe hit the guy that I wanted to hit, or gal. This just crazy world today. Everybody be the same. But if that bullet went through them and hit somebody else, man, that would really be tough for me to live with. It really would. So I really focus a lot on. I really put a lot of thought into the type of ammo I carry in my firearm. And these Plus P, I had these open for a reason. These Plus P, they're a little more mojo. I mean, you can tell it as soon as you shoot them. We done a video the other day on the Taurus 605 357. You can see how much. It's just more in every way. It's just a little more in every way. They're just a little hotter around. But the hollow point should really make up for some of that. So I think it would be all right. What anybody needs to do is get them some ammo, and ammo's expensive, but it's well worth it. Get some ammo, go to the range. Try it, get some things and try some penetration. Do some penetration tests. My brother and I done that a few years ago, and we're going to do it again. And we're going to bring it to the channel. We're going to have just a outstanding setup to where we can do a penetration test. Now, this gun is not rated to carry 357 Magnum. This is only 38 plus P. I think I done went over that. If it was me, I'd carry 38 special. It's not me, it's you. And I don't think I'll be carrying this gun. I carry my Taurus 605. I thought about doing a review, a test between these two, really. But really, honestly, they're both outstanding. There's no more crystal clear example of when I talk about everything's a trade-off. When you shoot a regular 38 through this, it's got a pretty good snap to it, because this gun is lighter. This gun is super light. I don't know how many ounces it weighs. I guess I should do that, but I don't know. But it's very light, very easy to handle. It's just put it in your pocket. Oh, and because of that, it's a little easier to carry. The Taurus 605, it's all stainless steel, but it's not an hour weight. So it's a little heavier. I carry it in a holster. For me, that works. It may not for you. But the other side of that trade-off is it's a little less snappy. You can shoot 38 through it, no problem. And actually 38 plus P. So that goes your personal preference. I can't tell you, and nobody else can tell you. Your uncle can't tell you, your cousin, your friend that was in the Marines, or all that. None of that matters. Nobody Nobody knows what you were feeling, nobody but you. So you got to go through the little trial and error. Now you can watch some things like these videos. Um, if I was going to recommend any kind of weapons for anyone, I would probably recommend to get, especially a woman, I would probably recommend something like the LCR 22 long rifle. That's where I would. I think 22 long rifle is plenty for self-defense. Not what this video is about though. This video is about this 5-shot Smith&Wesson Centennial. This is the R-weight model. It'll shoot 38. It'll shoot 38 plus P. This has the hidden hammer. Does not have the Hillary hole, which is simply a lock that you can lock this. You can take this and put it down somewhere and lock it, and kids can pick it up and they can't shoot it. They can't pull the trigger. Then if somebody breaks in on you and you've got that laying there locked so it'll be safe and it can't fire, then while you're hunting for a key trying to get it unlocked, they come in there with a tar iron or a baseball bat and they split your brains out. They may go ahead and kill you. They take everything they got, do anything they want to with you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I don't like them. I don't like them myself. They do exist. It's the world we live in today. And talking about the rounds and overpenetration, this 357 round doesn't relate to the Centennial. Just simply you can't shoot a 357 in this. This is not rated for a 357. That's another thing I like about the 605 over this. The 605 gives me that option. And I also feel like if it's rated for a 357 and I only fire 38s or 38 plus P through it, because there's a huge difference in 38 plus P and 357. 357 is massively more powerful than 38 plus P. It's not even close. Not even in the same league in no way, shape, form, or fashion. But because of that, I feel like the TAR 605 will last much longer for me. Now, having said that, this would last forever, I'm sure, also. But while we're doing the video, I just wanted to touch on the difference in a 38 plus P and a 357. I mean, you just got so much more. You just got so much more. It's just, I mean, you're talking about probably out of this little pistol here, you're probably talking about 1250, 1300 feet per second versus probably 850 or 9. Just, it's not in the same league. And I mistakenly say this little pistol, something like the TAR 605, that's rated for 357. The Smith&Wesson R-weight, again, is not rated for 357. They may make them that is. This one's not. Actually, they do make them that are. They do make a Smith&Wesson R-weight that's rated for 357. I'm almost positive they do. I don't have one. And I wouldn't want to shoot one. Shooting the 357 round through something like the TAR 605 is amazingly snappy in your hand. It's just about like a stick of dynamite going off. 357 is a powerful round. But that's not what this video is about either. I'm getting a little out of whack here. This will be a great weapon for personal protection. In my mind, it would be good for almost anybody, as I sort of hinted at and touched on. If you was an elderly person with kind of weak hands or maybe stiff hands, maybe a little touch of arthritis, whatever, to where you just lost your grip and your strength, I would only fire normal 38 rounds through this. But that's, you could try both. You may be able to handle the 38 plus P. And if you can and you're not worried about overpenetration, that's great. The main thing is exercise your Second Amendment right. Be as informed. Be as hands-on as you can possibly be in choosing and carrying your weapon. It's a very serious situation. You never know when you have to run into somewhere kind of deal where you have to use it. And the more trained you are, really, there's a lot more to it than just physically being trained, but mentally being trained and prepared and ready to react. And going to the range and getting involved with other people that shoot things, it's just the greatest thing. I mean, it's just really it's just the greatest thing to me, in my mind. That's just me. But guys, that's kind of all I got. I just wanted to bring the Smith&Wesson Centennial to the channel. Everybody stay safe. This is going to be volume 10. I hope you guys like, share, subscribe. Everybody have a great evening. And I'm going to be back here with another video soon. Going to be doing one on a Mossberg 20 gauge Turkey Thug shotgun. I've got several things lined up here. Still going to do this Kel-Tec Sub 2000. AK-47, Glock 43. Man, I've got some good stuff coming. My daughter's still wrestling around the idea of helping me with the channel. If she does, she can do much better with our video stuff, or we're just go big time. I wanted to touch on too. Well, we'll talk about the next video. This one here is about Atlantic. Guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.